is Friday and the weather's not looking great, but I'm going out for a ride because I haven't been out all week since Monday. The reason why I'm biking right now, even though it's supposed to start raining, is because it's only 55 right now and it's supposed to be 77 later. And so I'm just gonna ride now, take the chance because it might not rain. Looking at the radar, if it does rain, it won't be much at all. And I'm gonna go uphill on this mountain road, so cooler will be better. So this morning, stepped on the scale and I'm at 170.4. That means I'm almost into the 160s and it's been a while. I'm so excited. All right, so these shorts, I chose wrong. These shorts are my swimming shorts and I couldn't remember what I used to wear over my biking shorts. So I chose these because they're big. They're too big for me. But they are not the right shorts. They are not the ones I used to wear. They ride down with every pedal stroke. So I keep having to stop just to hike them back up. Driving me nuts to the point where I think I'm going to be taking them off soon and just wear my biking shorts. So I've come from down and I am going up, more than that even. Definitely making my way up. Haven't gone very far. It's been about 45 minutes. Whew. That's it. I can't stand these shorts anymore. I'm taking them off. Taking a break. And this starts the switchback switch. And up, you can't see it from here, but up on that ridge there, higher than that. And then it kind of flattens out. I mean, it's still going uphill, but it is not as steep. So once I get past these switchbacks, it shouldn't be too bad. It's about 57 degrees. It feels fantastic, but I am sweating like it's been dripping down my face. It's definitely on my back. It's gonna be 77 later. So I decided I better get out earlier. I usually go later in the day. It's still usually too cold to get out on my bike, but going uphill constantly, like this whole ride, until I turn around, there's no downhill. So I could go all the way to the end of this road and there's only 37 feet of downhill with like close to 2,000 feet of climbing. So the only downhill I'll get is when I turn around, and it's gonna be amazing because I have my mountain bike this time instead of my touring bike, so I can actually carry some speed going downhill this time. I was freaking out last time because I didn't have, well, my tire was bad, so I was too afraid to go fast at all with these rocks in the road. But second of all, it's gravelly and I have thin-ish tires, not mountain bike tires on that one. So anyway, this will be a lot funner going down. That's the mountain I had the view of last weekend. Much closer though. Continuing the switchbacks. So this here is the top of the switchbacks. And it starts to level out a little bit. Doesn't level like I said, but it's not as bad. 2.5 miles an hour up the switchbacks. They're steep, but I'm definitely a lot higher than I was. I live down in the flats. May not look too far on camera, and technically it's not. It's only 2.5 miles away, but as the crow flies, it's not that far. Okay, so the other day I realized that I had a non-scale victory, and I don't know when it happened, but I just realized it. So I always put my socks on standing up in the morning, and when it becomes really difficult to get my socks on standing up, that's what kind of triggers it in my brain. And that's not why I do it, but that's just how it works. Anyway, it just triggers in my brain that I need to lose weight. So I was definitely having that issue and complaining about it every morning. And I was having to sit down some mornings to get my socks on because my stomach was just in the way. So anyway, this week at some point I realized I'm not having too much trouble getting my socks on. I still have a gut in the way, but I'm not having any trouble getting my socks on. So yay, everything's working. I am so glad I came this morning instead of waiting for the evening. Yeah, it looks gross. It looks like it's gonna rain on me, but it's just so cool out, and I have sweat pouring down me right now, so I can't even imagine doing it later. Like last weekend when I did that other mountain bike ride, it was so hot. I was getting so dizzy. But yeah, this feels good. This is much better. It's starting to get that time of year where I do need to get my bike rides in on my weekend days. My bike rides in the morning. There's just no way I could do it on work day. So on a work day, I have to wake up at 4:45 in order to get me and the dogs and the cats ready for work. I mean, for the day. And I have to be at work at 6:30. And there's just no way in the world I could fit a bike ride in, with the exception of possibly biking to work. It's not too far and it's mostly downhill. Maybe it would take me 35, 40 minutes, but I can't wake up any earlier. I've thought about it. I just can't do it. I need sleep, and I already don't get much, so it's just not really a feasible option for me at the moment. There's so many trees up here. I don't have any trees on my property down at the bottom. Not a one. I love this. And also they create shade. Look, it's a rock snowman. Got little stick arms. Look at this little meadow. That tree's got white flowers on it. Sorry, this road is really bumpy. I love it up here. Wish we had property up here instead of down on the flats, but they don't have year-round living up here. Well, I mean, you could if you had a tracked vehicle, but you'd be in snow for a lot longer of the year. I'm definitely still going up, but it's not as steep. And the rain is still threatening, but I actually do see blue sky over here. So I think the sun might be peeking out soon. I'm way high up now. What's really cool about this ride is that as soon as I feel done, I just can't do anymore, or I just don't want to do anymore, I turn around and my whole ride home is downhill straight to my house. And that's pretty nifty. I've only been this high up on this road once, and that was in our side-by-side when we had one. These roads are no joke, but totally worth it. Forgot to eat. That's what happens on these big uphill rides, is I forget to eat because I'm focusing on not dying. But so I stopped. I'm having a bagel and some water, just enjoying listening to the birds. There was something rustling, like a squirrel rustling in the trees behind me, and I remembered I'm supposed to be bringing bear spray on this ride because we do have bears up here. It's not like super common to see them, and they're black bears, not grizzlies, but we do have them up here, so I need to remember to get that set out. Well, I better eat so I can get going again. I've been out for about an hour and a half, and I've made it 3.5 miles. That is crazy, but it has most definitely all been uphill. I bought this Hydro Pack bladder. Got 2 liters of water. Well, it did. It's got room for 2 liters of water. This is the first time I've actually used it. I did rinse it out before I used it, but okay, so the water's been in there for a week and the water tastes funky. So you fill it, you take it for a ride, and if you don't use it all, dump it. It's not worth it. I mean, I'm glad I have it. Nasty tasting water is better than no water, but yeah, gross. Hopefully it gets better with time. He doesn't know what to do. The views are just getting better and better. Remember how I was saying there's rocks with fossils in them around here? I just found one. I'm excited. They're not dinosaur bones or anything, but they're shells. Like crystallized shells. This is a pretty big rock, and it's got a lot of them. That's a nice one. Right there. That rock behind the bike, that's the one with all of the shells in it. And it's not just this rock. It's all the rocks down this little wall here. Come so high. I've reached the aspen trees and the pine trees, and everything is green and beautiful, but the view is blocked. I think back on last year, I was trying to remember, why didn't I come up here to see the fall colors? And I think it's because I was depressed. I didn't realize I was depressed. We were working 45 hours a day, 45 hours a week in 4 days. I was exhausted. I was still dealing with like long COVID stuff. And I was just so unhappy. And then on top of that, we had spent the winter in Georgia, which was great. Nice and warm. We were around family. But we had to come home. And no one was buying the house, which they still haven't. So we've taken it off the market. We're gonna do some stuff to it. Maybe put it back on the market next year. Pretty much didn't do anything for fun last year after we got back from Georgia and Florida. And I think that's why, because I was depressed. It's so weird to be feeling like that and not, you just don't even notice it. It just feels like this is it. This is all life has to offer. I'm so glad I don't feel that way this year. It's so beautiful up here. I can see my house. I don't know if you can hear that, but the siren's going. There must be a fire. I have been on this road more than once. There's a meadow up there. Whew, this is rough. These aspen trees could have started getting green, but up at the top, not quite ready to leaf out yet. Too cold up there still. Started lower in elevation than this shows, but because I didn't start right there. But that's the single, what do you call that? Switchbacks. And then up, 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 up. I am here, and my goal for the summer is to make it to the end of that, and it's not that far. I kind of want to do it today because it's not hot. I'm not that far. I think I'm gonna go for it. I don't know if it's a great idea, but why not? It's a cool day. I don't think the rain's actually gonna happen, and it really is nice weather. And it's not sunny, so I'm not like getting overheated or anything. But my hamstrings are killing me. Holy mackerel. That hurts. And I have no idea how much climbing that is, but it's still up. Haven't hit any downhills yet. So maybe the downhill section is somewhere in there, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Up that road. Oh, so beautiful. I know I say that a lot, but it is. And the fact that I'm not dying of heat exhaustion is also helpful. Makes it extra beautiful. Oh, this is amazing. And this view gives me reason to stop every so often, like every couple minutes. It's been uphill. Hit my first downhill section, 5.5 miles in. Oh my gosh. Look at that view. You can't see it as well as I can. That. Oh no. I'm getting rained on all of a sudden. Look at that. Wow. A little snow still. Just went up what I am positive is the most steep section of this road, at least so far. I almost couldn't make it. My second 2 seconds of downhill. Ah, thank goodness. This kind of reminds me of the Smoky Mountains right now with how green it is. So directly across from that, the Smoky Mountain area is the Snow Mountains. Looks nothing like the Smokies. Look at that. So that's Thad's Peak, I guess. That's the name of the road I'm on. I always wondered what it was called. Hey, there's potable water up here. Did not know about that. I brought enough water with me though. I'm good. Oh, hummingbird. A little bit of snow. And the end of the line. I can't go any further, but I can say I finally made it to the top as far as possible. And there is one house over there I've been to that has the most amazing view, so I'm gonna go find it. I haven't been able to find it since I went the first time. And I know it's in this area, it's on one of these roads back in here, because I recognize stuff. So I'm gonna go see if I can find that real quick and then head back down the mountain. So I was gonna go down this road to find that house. I'm pretty positive it's on this road, but it is so steep and my legs are so tired. So I'm not gonna go this time, but now I know how to get there so I can drive and find it for sure another time. But I am gonna stop somewhere and have a snack and then head down the mountain, go home. See my dogs and cats. All right, so I'm gonna head down now. And I think I'm gonna be pretty glad that I have my windbreaker with me because I'm already pretty chilled. But this place is amazing. Not easy to get to. My hamstrings, especially my left one's on fire. But worth it, totally worth it. I'm just not gonna make it down very fast because I have to stop. It's just so beautiful. Stopped to see the view. I've been holding my brakes. I think I need to feather them or only use one and then switch to the other because as soon as I stopped I could smell something and I touched the brakes to see if that's what it was and they are hot. Those right there, these are really cool. Look at that. Look at that view. 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 Look at that view There's a bunch of crystallized ones. I don't know what that is. It's got some different ones. I don't know what that is. Wow, look at all those. About a mile from the last stop to let the brakes cool off, and they're hot again. I'm trying not to use the brakes as much as possible, but it's so hard. It's just downhill. Stopped again. Those brakes get hot fast. Thought disc brakes were supposed to be harder to heat like that. I'm back at the bottom, just barely down the road from my house, and that flat topish peak there, that is Thad's Peak. That's where I was. Okay, I'm back home and put my bike away, and I am gonna go in and see everybody, go to the bathroom because I really have to go have some lunch because it's 2:30 now. I was thinking I'd be back by about 12:31 maybe. So anyway, see you next time, and until next time, go outside, have fun with your body, get some sunshine.